Hello and welcome to part 4, game 227 of the PlayStation Instrumentality Project, Real Fishing. We are pretty deep in this one. Reminder, the credits condition is to finish the second license. At this point, we have finished the first license. We did that, completed that last stream. And then this time around, we have, we also last time got halfway through the second license. So we have 4 objectives left, and I think each one of those objectives is a singular fish. So to answer your question, Gregory, it is 4. It is 4 fish. I think we need to get a black bass of a certain size, black bass, of a certain size, a bluegill of a certain size, a cutthroat trout of a certain size, and then the final boss is a salmon. Any salmon. We just have to catch a salmon. So, what is chomps? I don't know what chomps. All right, I'm gonna search this right now. What is chomps? Oh, is this just like a brand of jerky? Is that for dogs? Or for chomps.com? Oh no, this is for humans, I guess. Huh. This is like marketed to like keto and stuff. Interesting. You know, I don't know. I could, 12 grams for 80 protein, 80 calories. That's all right, I guess. I wonder if jerky would fit into the kind of, cause I've been doing a lot of protein maxing. I mean, not really. I don't eat weird stuff. I just, eat the normal, the normal protein stuff, dairy, chicken, fish, that kind of stuff. Just trying to support my cycling endeavors. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Xeon. And look, you know what? Honestly, conditioning's been working out. A few weeks ago, I set a new personal best for 100 miles. So yeah, I know I'm not always streaming at friendly times for you. So I do appreciate seeing you here on a Saturday. All right. Let's go ahead. I am playing on a fishing controller. Reminder for anyone who's curious. This fishing controller really only supports the reeling. It doesn't support the motion stuff, but hey, look, the reeling is real. Oh, I have very sad news, Xeon. Unfortunately, Diego passed away at the end of April. Surprise. He had cancer that we didn't know about. It kind of all happened in one day. So yeah, I'm sorry to report that. But we do have, there is a new pupper that we adopted, a pupper at the beginning of June, named Rico, who's a German Shepherd Australian cattle dog mix. So he's been working through some stuff. Actually, he had been heartworm positive, and we did get the news that he has clear, I think, of immature heartworms. We've been taking him through a process that you can look that up. It's a whole ordeal. But we knew that when we adopted him, right? We knew we could provide him a home where he could recover from that. So, but yeah, so that is, I guess, if you haven't been around for a second, a pupper update, right? That Diego passed away at the end of April, and then obviously had some time to mourn that. Oh, don't worry. I mean, look, so that's life, right? That's life. You sometimes you're not around and you just miss out on details like this. So yeah, we have now gotten the all clear to start ramping up. So for with the heartworm thing, when a dog gets injections to kind of get rid of the heartworms, they have to be on a period of bed rest. And so Rico has been kind of kept very low activity. He's been given some sedatives, and over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be able to start ramping up his activity as he kind of exits that bed rest period, which is exciting. Because we haven't we like to go hiking with the dog and stuff like that. And we haven't really been able to do that with him yet, and we're going to be able to do that with him soon, hopefully. Or at least I think probably towards the end of August, beginning of September. Which would be exciting. All right, here we are in the realest of fish. This game I think the like bottom line of this game so far has been this game is much more like solitary enjoyment of nature fishing than it is tournament fishing. And I think that is like, that's the best flavor of fishing I could hope for. Like really, truly, I wasn't sure what to expect from this game because the fishing games that I have watched other console challenger streamers play have not impressed me, frankly. Mark Davis, tournament fishing or whatever, or the ones that Spike has played. Honestly, even a lot of the fishing games that like McCall has played, like really obscure, like JP ones, not terribly impressive, but this one's done all right. All right, and as I said before, let's see here. Reminder how this game works. So we are filling out. I don't think we're getting Sega Bass Pro on PS1. As far as I know, there is only a single Sega published game on the PS1, and it is a rhythm game, I think sometime in like 2002 or 2003. There is a Sega published PS1 game, which sounds like a funny thing to say, but it does exist. I don't know if there's Sega Bass on PS2 though. That could exist, right? Because you have a lot of Sega games on PS2. This is our fishing license. As you can see here, it's our second license. We've already filled out 4 of 8 of the requirements. And so our objective for today is going to be to fill out the rest of this. We travel to fishing spots using the photo album here. And then this is the fishing master who provides us with wisdom.
You're doing fine.
Thank you, fishing master. There is on PS2. Okay, that's what I thought. That would have been my guess. All right. Anyway, so now the one thing to point out, if you haven't seen this game, the instruction manual is like very necessary for this game. Sega Bass Fishing Duel. It's time to duel. So the manual here, which I'll show on the screen, indicates what here's the fishing license chart. And so you can see we've already done this first license 0 through 7. We've done 8 through 11. And so now today we're going to be doing objectives 12 through 15. Let's do the over the top. Oh my God, and fishing. The most over the top one I can think of might be that Final Fantasy 15 like VR DLC. The underwater like monster legion fish. I forgot what it was called. It had a really over the top name. I'm sure there's other. I'm sure there's crazy fishing. You want a Gundam 00? Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Do you have plans to build it soon? Have you built Gunpla? I actually have never built Gun. There's a Feyract back there that Sundown McMoon gave me, which I really ought to build. I do think about it. It is on my mind. I promise, Ethan. I have not just neglected it. I do think about it. It sits next to my head every night when I sleep. All right. Cool. All right. So let's God, there's a part of me that wants to do the trout first, maybe. Try before, my friend. The one I want, I haven't built yet. Okay, yeah. I mean, depending on, I guess because I'm not familiar with like the grades. I know some grades, it's like, it can be helpful to have like nice tools or stuff like that. I am not a Gunpla expert, so I'm like the wrong person to comment about this. I was a Lego kid growing up. It's just, but like, I just can't. I don't know, something about plastic models. I guess I'm an expert in certain things. Some mech video games, maybe some mech anime. Sorry, I'm just debating. I'm gonna. Yeah, we'll do it in order. We'll do it in order. Yeah, we'll do it in order. All right. Running on me into Warhammer 40K, 20% into something or other war games keep coming up. If I were to get into 40K, I think what I would do is like, I don't know, just play all 40K video games or like read the Horus Heresy. Yeah, so the way this works, Xion, is that all the fishing scenes are these like FMV loops. Gundam is getting a war game. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I called it the Horus. Horus. Although it should be called the Horse Heresy. Why the long face? One of my favorite tweets is someone like, I finally finished reading the Horus Heresy, and they had like a picture of all the books, like all the paperbacks, and like someone's like, do you like, was it good? And they're like, no. I'm like, I am on the penultimate book of MechWarrior: The Dark Age, which honestly has been one of the better books, but also I don't know if The Dark Age has got it. I'm gonna be real with you. I think the grub was what I used. Captain Union agree. He was able to rattle off Warhammer lore of the dome. Damn, powerful. All right, let's get going. See if I remember how to fish. No, too soon. Fine. Jerk. Black Bass got away. Henry Cavill. Oh, is he? I didn't know that. Henry Cavill does love that stuff. I always enjoy when like people are just nerds for certain things. Oh. Man, this bluegill's going crazy. Yeah, so it's kind of a red light, green light thing. When they slow down, we can reel them in. And then when they start running, we have to let go and let them pull. And then eventually we can get them to the surface. Oh, damn it. In other stages, there are some tricks you can use. Unfortunately, the lake is kind of the most difficult stage. I don't actually know that the fish gets worn down, to be honest. Because the game has so few UI elements, it's like, it's a mystery. The inscrutable mystery of the sea. They are jerks, but they're also delicious, so... You know, that's just easy come, easy go. Wow, come on, dog. We're having a rough start on the lake. I am worried. I feel like this lake part is going to be the most difficult part, but we'll see. There we go. We got a bluegill. So our objective here, right? We need two things from the lake. We need a bluegill that is 11.8 inches or larger, and we need a black bass that is 23.6 inches or larger. So, Gao is gonna kill me. Ooh. This is the exact same fishing as the Legend of the River King games. Pretty sure most of the fish and tackler after those are just lower. Oh, really? Yeah, you know what was interesting? The other night I watched a YouTube video that was kind of a retrospective and guide to this game. And they mentioned Legend of the River King. No, wait. Did they mention Legend of the River King? No, those are the Game Boy games. Does Legend of the River King have a sequel on PS2? Is there a PS2 sequel of that? Or a spin-off or something? There is, okay. Yo, take care, Xeon. Okay, yeah, because I think they were comparing it to that. But I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? I mean, these are just kind of rendered, digital renders or whatever. But yeah, the lake is definitely... It's so far to me, it's felt like we just need to... We just kind of need to fish until it gives it to us. Like, I'm not convinced that there's any technique in terms of like location on the screen or selection of lure that actually affects what size of fish we get. It seems to me like it's just, I don't know, fish dog. Go fish. Sometimes these black bass simply do not want to let you reel. All right, come on, brother. We got a big walk for you. A big fish, a big swim. Please, please, please lift him out. He went so far. He went so far. Oh my God. I can't believe this is still going. I don't think I've... Get over here, you stupid black bass. I hope you have stamina. I hope you're depleted. Hope you're goddamn winded. Oh my God, it's like, that's almost half the bass. You're half the bass that I need. Good grief. Do they have any? Oh right, this is where they give us the advice that's like catching a nuisance fish. Last sentence. They are nuisance, but innocent. Oh, always saying this. Always saying this. It is kind of fun to be using a lure that gives them both. Yeah, they know not what they do. Yeah, it is really funny that we go to the fishing master, look for advice, and he's just like, "You're doing fine." The fishing master has checked out mentally. $9.8. Still looking for. Okay, yeah. I think we're gonna stick with this lure for a bit, just because we need either, right? It doesn't. We'll take all comers. Not eating anything comes out of this water. I don't know. I feel like I can't. Is this contaminated? Are we downriver or something? Ah, getting those black bass fake outs. Oh, where you be fishing? Okay. The water here. Okay, okay. Got you. Yeah. I definitely feel like oop. I don't know if I could trust a lot of. I mean, I feel like a lot of rivers in my area, there's like efforts made to make them open to recreation, at least in terms of like kayaking. But oh, I didn't even see that one. Did that get caught by automod? Oh, okay. Man, thank God there's another thing that StreamerBot does not do. Oh, they actually. Ah, all right. Well. No, my lord. All right. Well, we might. I mean, look, whatever. We need any of them, all of them. The vengeful lake once again coming from my lures. Come on. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. That is, nope, not really that big. That is 23.6 is what we need. Hmm. Oh yeah, don't actually handling a fish, catching the car, upsetting. How far are we gonna have to drag this one? Come on, let me have it. Let me have it, please. Please. Ah. Yeah, we're getting there. We're halfway through the second license. So honestly, you know, we got some big fish. Ooh, we got over 20. Okay, we need 23.6 for black bass. We got four fish that we need to get left. 3 of them are fish of a certain size that we've already gotten some of those fish before. And then the last one, when we do those 3, we unlock the final stage and face off against the final boss, which is catching a salmon. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty well. I think I've kind of gotten into the rhythm of the game and what you have to do to catch fish. But the one thing that's not clear to me is, do you actually need, do you actually need to do, like, can you influence whether or not you get the fish of a certain size? That's a mystery to me. But because it seems like we just have to catch a bunch of fish and then it gives us the one we want. And I don't actually think there's like visual differences, you know? Yeah, I'm leaning towards RNG, but I don't actually know, right? Oh, really? I mean, that could be true. That would make sense for the for like what the aquarium does in terms of interacting with the game at large. Oh. All right, just slipped it. Okay. I wonder how, like, there's a part of me that's really curious how the most recent Real Fishing works. The 2024 Real Fishing, which I know is a different developer, of course. It's not secretly the Fish Eyes series anymore. Hasn't been since, 2003 or whatever. Tiny little baby. I mean, we do need to get a bluegill of a certain size. So it is not time wasted to be getting these in. We have to get a bluegill of 11.8 inches. Oh yeah, and that makes sense. Well, certainly if the game, I mean, if the only focus of the game were catching bass, then yeah, I imagine a bluegill is quite the letdown. Oh, I just got to keep. I mean, again, assuming my theory is correct that it's just RNG based on like number of fish you've caught, then you know we just got to keep going. Ooh, a very interesting. The universe of fishing games, truly. Oh, with the fishing, yeah, I believe that. I have been using one for this, although I haven't really been taking advantage of the fishing features because this game is pretty early on for PS1, so it only supports like basically reeling. It doesn't support any of the motion stuff, and obviously doesn't support the analog stick as an analog input. Just supports it as a D-pad input. Do you do a lot of any like special controllers, Gochis? I'm guessing from your comment that you did the fishing with the controller. But I don't know, like, did you do the N64? I heard there's N64's fishing as well. Thad was in here the other night saying that the N64 fishing games are not good, which I thought was funny. All right. Come on, fish. PS1's the only, okay. Do you have the the ASCII one, the H-Tech one? Because I have this one's the Interact one. This is part of a bundle with the greatest hits release of Real Fishing 1. That one wasn't too bad. The other one was terrible. I'm honestly surprised how much I've enjoyed this one. Like, obviously, this game is less tournament focused and more, I don't know, vibing with nature, which I think is the right fit for me anyway. The ASCII one. Okay. Yeah. That seems like the most common fishing controller. When I was doing research on fishing controllers before this game, because I didn't actually think this game had any sort of relationship to a fishing controller, and then I kind of bought the Interact one as an impulse. Oh, come on. We're in the late game here. I need to get a black bass of a certain size and a bluegill of a certain size in order to get out of this stage. Nope. We have to, that's so, man, we need a black bass at 23.6 inches. We're getting so many tiny ones. I wonder if going for a deeper, like doing a lure fish instead of one of these surface ones would actually improve me. I might try. I might just do it just to do it. Bluegill tournament. Oh yeah. I heard somebody was saying that the or no, they said it was a bass landing. Bluegill are like a middle finger. Because you want the bass, not the bluegill, I assume. Wow. Damn. I'm gonna have to hold that L. All right, let's just have some fun here. I mean, that's what I'm here for. All right, we'll do floating minnow. Learn to hate bluegills, yeah. All right, no bites. Feels almost impossible with the rod controller. Ugh. Forget some of these you really need to like confirm. on. Bite. Bite, you losers. Man, maybe this lure is not good. Mm-hmm. All right. You know what? I'm gonna keep just changing tackles and lures. Just maybe something will happen. We do have a bunch for this stage, a bunch of different ones we can choose from. Fish fight. All right, come on. Come here, my large bass. Sea bass. I'd give it at least a C+. Oh. Well, at least when they throw the hook, I don't lose the lure. So that's better than the line snapping. Oh, the water effect will look better on a CRT? Yeah, probably. I mean, a lot of the, especially at the FMVs, because when you're looking at like these like looping videos or really any videos, they can tend to look quite pixelated. And I imagine the same thing is kind of true here a little bit for the water effect under the water, which I think is what you're referring to. Goddamn bluegill. Bluegill? Damn. We got a fighter. The reason I keep looking over to the right, or to my right, is because I think there is a loose beagle on the floor with me. Damn. All right, wait. Let me just open the door here real quick. Yeah, Maple's here right now. We're you know, obviously we don't get Rico excited, so Maple's upstairs with me, and then Rico is downstairs in the kitchen. Maple's kind of like keeping an eye on me, but like not actually coming over. Maple. All right, well, she'll have to make her decisions. I can't tell her what to do. Go birds. Like, what if the bird means like, oh, the big fish are now out? You know, like what? There's all kinds of things where I feel like this game could just have tells that no one knows about. $15.2. That ain't it. Maple. She's like, I'm keeping an eye on you. I think Icy is out checking in on another dog. So it is just me and two dogs in the house. Could be trouble. Yeah, you know. All kinds of chaos could break out. Damn. It'd be really funny if it's like you have to fish with the same lure for a period of time. Although I doubt that's true. All right, yeah, whatever, fine. I'm gonna switch then. Damn. They not biting. All of them thinking about it. Give it 2 more tries, I guess, and then we'll move over to the next lore. All right, fine. Keep your secrets. Now, I think this one should catch more bluegill. I don't think this one's gonna get any black bass at all, but we'll see. But remember, we do need bluegill. We do need to get a bluegill of a certain size as one of our remaining objectives. It's supposed to be thundering around here right now. Well, I think we might have missed it. All the thunderstorms recently in the area have been along the lines of like, if it happens, you're going to get deluged. But it may not happen. Which I suppose this, to some extent is just normal summer thunderstorms. That sounds right. I believe that. Another 20.5. All right. Well, you know what? I guess we're sticking with this one for a little bit. I didn't actually think we would get a black bass with this lure. Oh, striking the peak first. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like so HUDless that you don't even know like what's the zone. You know, it's like, all right, we got to the top of the screen, but That doesn't actually mean that you got them. $7.5. Okay. It feels like we get like a first hook when we pick a different lure. Like we get a first hook quickly, and then there's sort of a break. Because all the fish are like, "What? You think we're gonna fall for that again? Really? Fish falling for the bait?" Oh, okay. The fun thing too, I've talked about whether or not it'll be apparent the fish on the screen is big or small, but I think the thing that really controls that is like the foreground background effect of it, you know, because it's just that's how visually large they'll appear. Yeah, what if? You got to come up with like really crazy urban legends, like, oh, if you play Spyro before then swap the disc in for real fishing, all the fish will be twice as heavy. Oh, it didn't work for you? You got to do it right. It requires a very precise timing. Man, we've really been out here like an hour. Oh boy, I mean, look. The game, surely you will give me the fish I need eventually, right? Right? That is fishing. I mean, that's the thing, right? It could just be random, and that's how we do it. That's the fishing experience. Another double digit one, but still not good enough. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, no, the music is good. Again, the vibes are great. Like, it's like, what if we just made the chill nature experience fishing game? I'm like, actually, yeah, that sounds pretty good. That makes sense. Hi, Maple. Oh, there she is. There she is. There's a beagle. There's a beagle. Beagle. Maple. Beagle. Maple. Maple. What is the plan? There. Yep. There. Okay. I don't know. I think she's alert because Icy came home, and so she's like, "Where's Icy? Where's Icy? Bring me her." Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about you. I'm sure she could be. Actually, I don't know if she's ever been on a boat. Apparently, she does not travel well, which is like part of the reason that we board her occasionally. Because normally we don't board dogs, but Maple is an exception. She's here. Maple's here with me. Damn, this bluegill's got fins. Also, shout out to that black bass that's just vibing. I love it when there's another fish on the screen. It just sort of like goes forwards and backwards. I didn't know they could turn on a dime like that. Maybe. All right, she's back there. Maple, do you like fish? What if I gave you a live bluegill? What would you do with it? Oh goodness! Oh, we're getting picked up here. Okay, damn. All right, yeah, there you go. That's Maple. She was actually still in that. She stood still for the camera earlier, but there's Maple. All right. Why did you pick me up? What's the deal with that? Ah, too late. Might come back. You want to try that again? There you go. We're looking for black bass 23.6 or larger and bluegill 11.8 or larger. Damn, this is a lot of thrashing. Thrasher, fish and destroy. Yeah, this fish is probably about to get away. I almost wonder if some fish are like uncatchable by nature to guarantee the player has the experience of the one that got away. Big bass. All about that bass. And then also when you have the ones that go, what? No, you slowed down, bro. When you have the ones that go on a while, I'm like, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the one. And I bet you it wasn't, honestly. Stream is currently comfy. Yeah, did you finish up Miss 4? Did you do it? Did you have a revelation? Fine. Yeah, I caught a little bit of it before I went live, and you were like in the cosmos, and you had a bunch of symbols that apparently you had lined up with sentences, and it looked completely borked, just like absolutely, like you were in a new layer of hell. So I guess I'm sorry that happened to you. But hey, is there? I mean, I guess there's no Myst 5 on Xbox, right? Is there a Myst 5? Only on PC, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say at this point you might just be committed to the bit because I know you played Myst and Riven before, like semi recently before getting to 3 and 4 on Xbox. Ooh, all right. I'm gonna switch. Frog. You know what? I'm gonna go crawl. Crawl, crawl. Oh yeah, the Myst series. I mean, obviously, Myst never hit the heights of Myst again, but they've made a bunch. I don't know. I mean, Myst 4 seemed extremely into the lore from what I could tell of watching Tap stream. Like you had Sirius and Akinar and Atris and everybody. So it seemed pretty deep in the lore. Like they kept making more. Myst books that expanded. Oh, there were, okay. Well, obviously you got to read the books. Riven's won 5 games, downhill hard after 3. Yeah, it's honestly 3 of the ones I've watched and or played. 3 was the one that looked the best to me. Maybe I'm just rooting for Presto Studios, makers of Gundam 0079, The War for Earth, among other games, but it did look pretty good. some of the even quality Riven is a solid package. The thing I heard about Riven is that it's just like a big step up difficulty wise compared to the first Mist. Which, you know, could be frustrating, I guess, depending on what you're looking for. Oh, 20 point. Come on. We're getting so close. It's probably gonna get weird when I actually get one of the fish I need, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I just want the other one. Shout outs to that background bass. Fine, be that way. A bass room blitz. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I think the previous stage, well, stage 4 had my favorite music. That was like ominous. This is just like it's very like cloudy, overcast. I'm just kind of enjoying the cloudy, overcast vibes. Wow. All right. Sorry you don't like having a fish hook in your mouth. Jeez. I feel like we're going to get the bass we need before we get the bluegill. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but thunder. It's off. Only 2 inches off. Come on. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe I need the frog. Like, for all I know, maybe when thunder is sounding, like, there are fewer fish. Maybe that's what it is. There we go. Kills me when they go, like when you just lose in like the first frame of thrashing. Very demoralizing. Hit him with the spinner bait. Maybe not. Maybe don't hit him with the spinner bait. I mean, it does feel a little weird, but I'll probably forget him soon. I don't know. I don't know if this information is going to stick with me. Like fish names might stick with me. I don't know. I don't know if lore names are going to stick with me. I need to check something. I thought there was some dog whining that I needed to respond to, but pretty sure it was just noise coming out of Icy's phone. To think that you could be listening to things on your phone. Get real. No, it's getting closer. It's 0.6 off. Come on, come on. I wonder if I'm gonna keep doing it from like one side to the other side the same way instead of crossing like I've been doing. All right, I guess we'll move to a different lore. Buzzbait. I haven't gotten a bite with this one at all yet. All right, well. Oh, we didn't do frog. We should do frog. What are frogs? All right. No one wants frogs. Maybe were frogs a mistake? Starting to think frogs are a mistake. You know what? I'm gonna go to the lures that are. Oh, we can also go to the. Oh, we can go to the bait casting lure. I don't know if it's even different between these, but there. We're playing the game. We're having fun. Oh, it doesn't even sound different. I was hoping there'd be a different sound. Sometimes it doesn't give us the real sound when we were reeling. I don't know if that's meaningful or not. Or even intentional. All right, that's awesome. That might be the biggest bluegill we've gotten, but we need 13 point. No. Are you kidding me? Oh, we need 11.8. Ah. Why would you even have a bluegill that size? That's miserable. Can we just like put a weight in them or something? No one will know. Just give him some food. Can we just feed him? I'm not even saying like just cheat. Yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly right. He'll be in. He'll grow. He's got some growth on him. All right. That bluegill, I can see he's getting ready for a growth spurt. Yeah, no, I'm sure the game's doing this intentionally. I believe that's correct. I think someone in chat said that either last or Thursday night or Wednesday night that is in fact how they cheat at tournament fishing. Although in this case, I think we're actually the measurements are length as opposed to weight. Yo, what's up, Nox? Yeah, no, look, we're trying to finish out. We're trying to get credits in real fishing. It's never the gaming has never been more real. Man, it is weird that I get like one bite when I switch the lure and then it's like, you know what? That's enough for you. Maybe I do like taps. The fish do get wise to my shit. 100%. Advanced fish AI. Fish sense. Yeah, no, the nice thing about this game is that it is very much like solitary experience and nature focused as opposed to tournament focused, which I think is a plus. Tiny one. There is a chime that plays when you get the correct one, so like we'll know it even before we see the number. We've made good progress. I mean, we're 9 hours into this, and we've gotten, I think, what, like 12 of 16 objectives that we need to get. So, but we have not really made any progress tonight. Ah, damn it. Or this afternoon, I should say. Tiny, minuscule bass. I mean, I guess we could do that. Honestly, my experience so far in this game has been you just have to fish and eventually it just gives it to you. I haven't really tried to rely on the only time I've really been doing reloading was the time I ran out of lures on the second session on Lake. In which case you had to like exit and come back in order to get more lures. But damn. Do another lure. Maybe some fish out here has been waiting for a floating minnow. Oh, there we go. I was like, damn. What do I gotta do to get a fish around here? Not it? There's probably some pretty crazy fishing anime. I would almost be certain there is. Unfortunately, I think all the Legend of the River King games of this era are Game Boy as opposed to PlayStation. Though I think there is a PS2, as someone mentioned earlier. There is a PS2, Legend of the River King. I was like, if it gives me another 11.7, I'm gonna become the Joker. The fishing Joker. Do you want to know how I got these fish? I am wondering if there's like another pattern here to, because it just seems like you got to reel them in because they only respond to motion, and you know that's our one verb is reel. That is the verb that we have. Can change directions a little bit, but. They are real. They're wow. All right, well, I guess I'm using a different one. Go. Hope you choke on that lure. The fishing joker would not mess around. Batman would be in trouble. It was feeling eel. Ha ha ha. I assume just letting it sit there doesn't do anything. Yeah. Ooch. Did you know that Icy thought Ooch was from Die Hard Trilogy and not because she didn't watch Tetris Plus, she just heard us saying Ooch a lot during that game? Last night I said Ooch and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's what they wrote, that's what they made John McClane say in Die Hard Trilogy." I'm like, "No, that is not correct." The famous Bruce Willis quote, "Ooch." I bet you Ooch would be like a Hudson Hawk thing. I mean, you know, I would be open to that. Yeah, we're it is true, Aardvark. We have fished quite a few fish and we have not found, we've gotten like close. We've been close on both the black bass and the bluegill. But we're here almost 2 hours in the stream and we only got much to show for it. Famous Alan Rickman, that's right. This one didn't work at all last time. No one wanted a copper spoon. I think no one wants copper spoon. Honestly, I kind of feel like what was it? Yeah, rubber jig might have been one of our strongest. And my Ooch. Ooch famously what Saruman says when he's stabbed in the back. That's the story when Peter Jackson and Christopher Lee were talking. And Peter Jackson was giving direction on what it would sound like to be stabbed in the back. Christopher Lee, with his World War II experience, I was like, no, it would not sound like that. It would sound like this. And he says, ooch. I wonder if when there's rain effects, if I have to go for like the dive lures, maybe. Might try that in a second. I'm just trying to be like, what kind of logic could this game be operating on? Dude was talking from experience. That's right. That's not actually a... All right. Oh, no. Floating. I want the sinking, yeah. Oh, yeah. Christopher Lee lived a full life. I love the way he says Kingdom Hearts when he plays, what was it, Darkness in Zone or whatever in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, oh yeah, we got Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee could do this. He chew this shit up. I definitely feel like some of like the old celebrity casting in Kingdom Hearts kind of, they really nailed it. Like Christopher Lee, Leonard Nimoy. They got some good ones. Nothing's biting. Like, maybe I might need to leave. I mean, yeah, that's why they got the budget. And I guess probably the ends to hire people like that. But you know what? That's a good way to spend it. They're allowed to have the money if they do that. I will accept this. You know what? I'm just gonna leave. Maybe save the game. Man, that's brutal. I want to save and date it too. All right, it's a big one, you know. All right, well, getting bites much more quickly now, which maybe I didn't need to leave. Oh my God, stop thrashing. Let me go for, yeah, the popper. Oh, we got the deep diver back. Is that a human skull? I swear some of the things on the bottom there look like faces. Maybe I've just been staring at it for too long now. Lord of the Rings fishing in that one swamp. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. Damn. We're getting some long battles now that we're just losing. Current goal is credits. Or you mean like current goal is that we need a black bass of sufficient size and a bluegill of sufficient size. And that will give us 2 points on our fishing license, and we need to complete the second fishing license in order to get credits. Small bass. $20.8. That's at over 21. Still need a bluegill too, so. Everything is fishy. It's true. The fish humor. Ah! All right, we finally got one. All right. We're done with bluegill. All right, we're done with bluegill. That means we just need that bass. How hard could it be? All about that bass. No bluegill. That's right. I was like, come on, give it to me back to back. And they're like, no, 10.7. Get lost, loser. Damn. It is apparently incorrect. Is it possible for fishing to get too real? Maybe. I think the most real fishing would be the FF6 early World of Ruin fishing. Keeping Sid alive. Fishing has never been more real. See, now I'm wondering, do you need to, like, I guess it seems like leaving and coming back. Keeping, so that's right. You did it, right? You did do it, right? See if this increases the number of bites. Oh, come on. I mean, what if real fishing is the real game? The only one we actually the only one we actually need. I wonder if I could have hooked him again. Probably not. Gamers fear it. Non-gamers want it. I assume there's DUI for boats. I hope there is. Probably hard to enforce, though. Ridge Racer. Someone right now. They're fishing at the lake. The lake photographed. All right, we're out of here. We're out of here. Hate this lake. This lake sucks. Back to the aqua room. Part of the bonus says I took a Mississippi a decade ago. There was a legal alcohol limit for boats. It was very similar to vehicle. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I need to save the game. I don't think I actually saved after the bluegill. I saved like at one point randomly, but yeah, okay. All right. We got 2 objectives left. We need one more. We need a cutthroat trout of 13.8 inches, and then any salmon will do once we unlock stage 7. Let's go enjoy our fishing license. There we go. 6 of 8.
You're making good progress.
Thank you, fishing master. All right, let's get the trout. Yeah, I remember trying to do bait fishing with these was terrible, and you just want to do the dry lures. What am I? Okay, come on. Damn. I had like 3 opportunities there that I No? What am I doing? Forgotten how to catch trout. There we go. What? Try to refrigerate. They were all trout. Trout's delicious. I would take you up. I know you're making a joke, but like trout is delicious though. The bully playthrough, yeah. Is there fishing in bully? Can we just do fishing bully? Is bully a JRPG? A jerk RPG? Just a mission called bait. Isn't there a mission? There's bait. There's missions called bait in a lot of Rockstar games, I feel like. Please, I need a chance. This wasn't originally on Sega CD3. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question, right? Because so this game, remember, is released in 1996 by Victor Interactive. So it's an interesting. I think I'm sure it can. The Dreamcast spec has some interesting. The fact that the Dreamcast can just do like VGA is very funny to me. Ah, shit! I didn't react correctly there. Dude from Pretty Fly Away has a solid. I mean, look, you know, there are many arcs in life. I was worried I started reeling too soon there. I'm hoping this goes quicker, because again, you have to do a lot of extra fighting in the lake compared to the other locations. Yeah, I mean, just kind of how the schedule worked out today. Because you know, I did a bike ride in the morning, and then we're gonna have a late dinner, so I was like, all right, I guess we'll do a late afternoon stream as opposed to the normal evening time. There was also a part of me that was like, maybe this will be over in 2 hours. And it has not been over. But we're close, maybe. The lake, I mean, I thought the lake would be the worst part of the second fishing license, like it was the worst part of the first fishing license, and yeah. No, we're not going out. We are, actually, I don't know what Icy's plan is, but she's got some sort of plan, some sort of scheme. So I'm gonna let her do her thing. Yeah, we have Maple over right now, so I don't know how late we're having Maple at the house. We need 13.8. Not quite yet. So we got the clear that the immature heartworms are gone, but I think, you know, it is possible that, because like the whole thing with the heartworm stuff is the reason he's on bed rest is because there's a risk of pulmonary embolism from the like dead parasites in the bloodstream. And so what we got was the clear to gradually increase his activity. So I don't think we're at yet, you know, unfortunately at dog playing. Rico did meet Maple before the heartworm injections, and they did have a good first meeting, which was just a walk together. But we're not quite at play yet. But we'll see. You know, obviously we're hoping that they get along well. Go research chicken broccoli. No, shut down. I mean, chicken broccoli is good. You know, when I was a bachelor living in Virginia, a lot of nights I would just get like a big thing of like broccoli or kale, and just stir fry it and mix it with like. Honestly, I did turkey bacon a lot. Turkey bacon was like, for whatever reason, was just hitting the spot at the time. I haven't had much turkey bacon in a while. I mean, so I lived right near DC, so I was like very much getting the Nova life, which was fine. You know, it was effectively DC. I was in Alexandria, Virginia. So the doggo's not oh shit. Doggo has not been on. What it is that the doggo got injections that have an effect that lasts weeks. Now at the same time, there is other heartworm preventative medicine being used, but it's the injections and their effect that require the bed rest. Ideally, you know, with pets, you know, you'd always want to keep them on like flea tick heartworm preventative. So. Elk hair fly saved me. Save me, elk hair fly. Let's do a quick step to the aqua room and back. I'll do a save. Yes, so I did succeed. I did get the bluegill and black bass of the desired size. So I got the 2 points. So like before, at the beginning of the stream, I had 4 of 8, and now I have 6 of 8 because I got those 2. So we're now at the beaver dam getting the cutthroat trout. And if we get this, then we unlock the final level of the game, and we have to defeat the final boss, which is catching a salmon. Even lamb is cheaper? Interesting. I don't know. I feel like isn't beef like kind of expensive, but also like it's heavily subsidized to some extent? Turkey, that's a tragedy. Yo, I had some good wildlife sightings on my ride today. I saw 2 peahens, which was funny because I'm used to like the most common big bird you see around is like Canada goose. And I was like riding down this like pretty quiet road, and I saw 2 birds up ahead, but they cleared off the road like well in advance of me getting to the road. So I was like, what's going on here? I was like, they must not be geese. And I was right. They were peahens, which was interesting. I'm like, chicken is definitely boring, but like I've definitely been eating more chicken because the macros are good. So you know. I also, what was really fun too is I was passing like a field, and I saw a deer like popping out of like a row, like it looked like, I don't know, it was like some kind of leafy plant being farmed, and like you could see the deer, and like it's like the top of its back and its head and everything, and then like right behind it you could just see the fawn popping out like this. Just like a little baby deer head, just enough to clear the plants. I really should have stopped, and I'm sure if I tried to stop and take a picture, they would have run, and they just watched me. They just gave me the old cow stare. It was very good. Very, very pleased with that. It is true. My life is a Disney princess. You are correct. There's like some New Jersey, like weird Mexican, like taco chain that they opened up a restaurant in our area, and they claim to have like a burrito with like 90 grams of protein, and like maybe they do, but they don't tell you the calorie number. And so like, yeah, it's probably like, you know, 2,000 calorie burrito or something. Like, what am I, you need to tell me, you need to give me the numbers. All right, bro. Yeah, right. That's probably it. I mean, in the right circumstance, absolutely I would, of course. Are you kidding me? I demolished like a huge plate of like blueberry creme French toast this morning before going on my bike ride. I absolutely eat things, let me tell you. It is good being in Jersey for blueberry season. Truly a delightful food. All right. Oh. Some text. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you forgot syrup. I'm sorry to read that. Syrup is important. Man, we have like a, what? We have a thing of like spicy maple syrup that I don't get to use too often, but I really should. The old movies where steak was so cheap they slapped it on someone's face so they had to buy. I mean, look. Stopped to go stand for lunch, and there was a bakery selling free samples or two. Shoved a bacon blueberry maple pancake cookie. Yeah, I mean in the right amounts. You got a little salty flavor, a little savory. That's a lot going on there. French toast is way better than pancakes, so you can't beat a real crispy, fluffy. I don't know. I feel like waffles are so unreliable. Like, I'm not saying that waffles can't be good. All three of these things can be good. I want to be clear. All three of these things can be good. I think the one advantage to pancakes is that pancakes, in terms of like working fruit into, like if you want like blueberries in it, like not just on top of it, like obviously pancakes are superior. I'd probably go French toast, pancakes, waffles, but like they're all good. Like I'm not hating any of them. They're all delicious. It's like asking what's my favorite PS1 Final Fantasy. Like, I don't know, man. They're all good. Just mix it with cottage cheese. You know, I should try doing that at some point if I get the inkling. I've been eating a lot of just cottage cheese with like a little jam as like a snack. But I heard it's good to like mix into batter and stuff like that. Damn it. Oh no! No, my lore! Oh my god, did I get the other one back? Oh, I got brown parachute. Okay. You know what? That's actually a perfect time. We're gonna go to the aqua room and make a save. Morning protein, eggs with feta on top, a little spinach. I hate, you know, feta is like one of those things where like it needs to be the right time. And do I know what the right time is? No. I do like feta sometimes. Well, so funny you mentioned that is that there is a did I say? I did say it, right? There is a photo that talks to you that looks like a Southern guy. There was also a narrator in the beginning, but we haven't heard it since the beginning of the game. Am I a Greek salad fan? Yeah, not really. Like, Greek salad is full of things that I like sometimes, but not all the time. So it's dangerous to have them all in one place because will I want all of them at the same time right now? I don't know.
You're making good progress.
Thank you, Fishing Master. So yeah, he just tells you stuff like that. I wish there was more of him, but you know, such is life. I do not want to lose this lure. Bro. Are you a blue cheese fan, Kendo? Oh, when you're talking about the dog's house, I thought you were not Fishing Master. That's really good. Yeah, you know the Fishing Master, we had to retire him. He had some heartworm. But it's okay. We're gonna ramp up his activity level again. Just yeah, look, he gets parasites in the weirdest way. You love blue cheese, chunky the better, hell yeah. 13. Oh, they did it this game did it to me again. He did it we need 13.8 and they gave me a 13.7. They did this in the last stage where I needed a bluegill of 11.8 and they gave me an 11.7. Real fishing, why are you doing this to me? Yeah, we had to make sure he stays in the kitchen. We had the Fishing Master kept trying to drink raw milk. Like, Fishing Master, no. Wow. Okay. Okay. He's cutthroat trout. Don't mess around. Please do not take my lure. Ah! I remember in the second stream I got annoyed for a while because I was trying to like I think that's a or is that? Let me see if that's a dry. Do you think the French actually eat snails? I think they do. I believe it. No! Urgh! All right, we might be loading a save here. I'm gonna load that last save. I'm not using any of those. No, I don't think that's true. I think they do it all the time. I think it's real. No, how else can you explain that country? Oh, thank God, I got the parachute. Okay. Please. Let me go free. Well, we got another one over 13, but the one thing you gotta understand about snails is they're kind of hard to get. They're not fast food. Yes, that was a joke because they're snails. They're not. They're slow. Oh. All right, folks. That was 7 of 8. It's time. It's time for the final level and the final boss. Let's go check out our license. Boop.
You're making good progress.
I keep hoping for something special from him now that we unlock the state, like another thing, but like I don't think they got it. I don't think the fishing master's all there. Was it was it? I don't. So I've not rated this. I feel like this season I think surprised me in both directions. Right, this season of PIP, we had games that exceeded my expectations. Power Rangers Zeo, Lone Soldier, Blam Machine Head, especially this game, I think is gonna get a positive rating. And then we had some games that kind of cratered. Slamscape, Time Commando, you know. So it's kind of, it's, you know, it's a tale of two seasons. All right, here we are. The Waterfall. Our final stage. And all we have to do is just catch a salmon. How hard could it be? I'm going dry fly. Got me this far. Is there just like one salmon? Nope. Got away. Wait, they don't even have it correct. What got away? What got away? What are we fishing? Can't tell if that's a bug or they're trying to hide the name of the fish from us. Is it like a really tight window to... The final boss, Salmon, is not kidding around. Time we have the commando subscribe to run up watch everything. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It was. Well, so it was the guy. Like I'm sure I mentioned this during the VOD, right? But like that was the studio. After they made Little Big Adventure, they made that game, and like I liked Little Big Adventure, but did not like Time Commando. Oh shit! All right. I think I probably did have it, and I just let it. I shouldn't have done that. All right. It's all right. We still got dry flies. Best game of the season probably playing Machine Head. Oh, really? I have not yet gotten one of these salmon to turn around. We might be loading a save in a second, but we'll see. I don't know. I think is Time Commando better or worse than Slamscape? That's a hard question. Kingsfield ass music for this stage. It's a salmon. How hard could it be to catch? Yeah, I wonder if there's some other trick there to getting it to actually turn around. Let me just see if the GameFAQ says anything special about the salmon. All right. Yeah, the salmon boss will take another 10 hours. Good luck. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes. We got it. Let's go. There we go. Automatically to the aqua room. Oh, this is happening automatically? It's happening automatically.
Well done. You've made excellent progress and are now a great fisherman. Since I have nothing left to teach you, from now on you're on your own. I'll see you again someday. Oh, and remember your fish. They will grow and live happily in your tank as long as you take care of them. Fishing is as deep as life itself. Good luck.
Thank you, Fishing Master. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Shadow Tower for sure. There we go. GG. That's real fishing. But yeah, this is a surprisingly charming game. So like when I first looked at the fishing game has a how long to beat of 10 hours or like 12 hours, I was like, uh-oh, this is going to be a nightmare. But actually it turned out to be just a kind of charming game, you know, very sort of low, you know, not like, I guess a ton of like content, but you know, you had a lot of just kind of cute ways of doing things. Yeah, it's very chill. It's one of those things where as much as maybe I did want more UI elements, at the same time, the like kind of minimalist approach had its own serenity, so to speak. And maybe that's the right trade-off, you know? Sometimes keeping it simple is the way to go. Oh yeah, I've got Natsume credits. Pro Angler, thank you, Mark Davis. That's a fish?
There's one more thing you can achieve here. It's time for me to find someone to take my place as the fishing master. The supreme honor among people who fish. Good luck.
Yeah, so if you want to go 100% in this game, you can now catch the max size fish for each type of fish. And basically, you would just redo everything we just did, right? You would just kind of do it again and try to get a big size. If you were to try to master this game on retro achievements, you would have to do it. But I'm not a sucker, so I'm not doing that. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. We can, at long last, move on from season 8. Congratulations again to Why Am I Here, the winner, who has picked Grim Dawn as their fantasy winning pick. Reminder, if you want to play the next season of Pit Fantasy, get your guesses in, you can fill out that form. You probably have a week or two to do it, but you can also just do it right now. You know, live your dream, follow your passion. I think we've had 17 submissions so far. So, but yeah, let's go ahead. Oh man, I did not. I forgot to do the extra rows for this. I haven't been updating the sheet. All right. Once again, gone on a voyage. So the how long to beat on Bully is like 15 hours, but I also have to imagine that like I'm not gonna like I'm probably gonna critical path that sucker, and like I can't imagine that game is hard. I don't know. So we'll see. I really feel like I'm either gonna love Bully or hate Bully. Like either the tone of Bully will work for me and I'll find it funny, or I'll find it completely like off-putting. And I don't think there's any middle ground. So we'll see. We'll discover together. All right. Well, I'm wrapping up here, so that's convenient. Let's see here. Make sure we get all these things. 6th-gen Rockstar game, probably not that hard except for a few apps. Yeah, I think exactly right, Alan. That's exactly right. So, because what it's like Rockstar New England, right? So one of the satellite Rockstars that did that one. So we'll see what happens. All right, so Real Fishing, we beat the game on 8/8/2026. Did so in 10/23/52. Took us 4 sessions of gaming. No sewers. We did not fish in sewers. We didn't have any brands. I don't think we saw any brands of like equipment. Is Mark Davis a brand? I think Mark Davis's photo might be human action, live action, but I don't think no brands. We did not show any wheeled vehicles. There were no real fishing experts here. They did not announce the title, and there were no cheats. All right, so how did things go? Used the Interact fishing controller, which only seemed, to support reeling and none of the motion features. So how do I feel about the game? Game is a chill nature experience instead of being a tournament focused. I like this. I preferred this. The FMV fishing spots were neat. The underwater battles were, cool if frustrating. The music was good vibes. So there wasn't too much of this stuff. Wish the Fishing Master said more, but thank you, Fishing Master. But what was there was solid. So I think ultimately, this is going to be a 4 for me. I think this is like, I feel more open to the idea of fishing than I did before I played this game. So this song, the song that I always start off the outros with is a song called A Voyage from the Zero Divide soundtrack. It's the Zero Divide credits music. Zero Divide, one of the best soundtracks on the PlayStation, perhaps. Pretty incredible. Once it randoms off to other music, it's a bunch of different soundtracks. Like I do need to update. I need to add more tracks to the list, but there's like a lot of, I can even just show it on the screen real quick. You can see like Tama and Tekken and Robo Pit and Papa LaCroix, and there's the Zero Divide stuff at the bottom. So, but cool. All right. So this is, we're gonna have other Victor Interactive games because we have the other real fishing games at least. So I haven't done one of them. Yeah, I haven't done a Victor Interactive yet. So, all right, so go ahead and put that down. Real fishing. This is part of a series as well, so you'll get to write that one down as well. I think fishing tournament games are sports, but not all, as we've discovered, not all fishing games are tournament games. I believe this is our first fishing game. Yeah, let me just Control F confirm. So there you go. When is our next fishing game? Let's answer this question right now. All right, well, obviously not in 1996. Let's see. Oh, Big Bass World Championship, PIP 353 in March of 97. Right after Ultima Underworld and before Excalibur 2055 AD. Holy shit, the PlayStation is nuts. Damn. Every game on this screen is ridiculous. Crazy. Just a little Symphony of the Night, some Final Fantasy IV, Hexen, Bushido Blade, Power Slave, you know, goddamn. All right, well, you know, there's going to be some gaming. All right, so reminder, this is going to be, we're going to take a break from doing PIP for a little bit. When we, because I got some other playthroughs. I got to play through Bully, and then probably at least one other non-PIP playthrough. Probably Grim Dawn, probably Bully into Grim Dawn. Maybe I do an OG Xbox game as well from Chaos Tour. We'll see. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna look at what we got coming up. So it'll probably be a week or so, at least a week or two, until we get to the next season. But the next season, as I said, if you want to play PIP Fantasy, if you want to, actually, I should look at that. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. As you can see, the final winners, Shiny and Goomba, Goomba and Y were tied. Y won the tiebreaker. The Dallas Cowboys triumphing over the Pittsburgh Steelers. No one believed in real fishing. Well, actually, no, Galaxy did. Congratulations to Galaxy. So, yeah, Allen's four-way tie would have needed a 1 for real fishing, and that was not happening. So, alas, the four-way tie never came to be. Who else? Oh, Cinda and Ev were believers. Dave and Amerlin tying at the end for 30 for 30. Cool. All right. Well, yeah, as I said, this season, Daredevil Derby 3D all the way to Starwinder, and we do have a one chunky game in here, Vandal Hearts. I'm really looking forward to that one. That is low key maybe one of the best strategy RPGs on the PS1. I definitely think I like it better than FFT, at least in terms of playing it. So we'll see. But yeah, folks, this has been Part 4, Game 227 of the PlayStation Instrumentality Project, Real Fishing. It was real good. I've been waiting to say that.